Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin Daniel, and just want to do a short review. This book is basically a fantasy novel called Vision Knights, Rebirth for Lost Honor. Now, it was written by K.G. Bethlehem, and former St. Louis resident, and living in Maryland right now. And the book is was published through iUniverse. It's a self-publishing company. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't like to give a lot of credence and chances to a lot of first-time authors, especially coming from the self-publishing realm. But what I tend to discover and find out is that a lot of great books are written through self-publishing, especially independent venues, just like comic books as well. So a little short thing. You ever been in a comic book store or brand? I hope you patronize that more often than the regular large size bookstores. A lot of the comic book stores does have an independent section that has some really great comics and some really good graphic novels, good storylines, some great artwork. But digressing a little bit, just a book here. As you can see, it's kind of backwards. That's okay. It's Avenging Knights by K.G. Bethlehem, and look here. I can flip it. Okay, that. Okay, it looks stupid, but it's a very written. It's a well written book, to be honest with you. The book basically the storyline of the book is same storyline that you might hear from other works. Is a group of warriors, a group of people who have a common goal in mind to stop the evil and the evils and wrongdoings that's being committed by the authorities on the planet. But what the twist in this is, the story is told through a reluctant leader looking for somebody who was captured from his group that he shares great love for, this woman sorceress, and she's unable to give him the same love back. So throughout the whole story, he's fighting with that, not to disclose that, and it's just it's pretty mind-boggling. It's crazy at the same time. But also too, along with that is the imagery that the book shows. It shows a lot of imagery through like magical depth woods and going through old lands and broken kingdoms that are still around at that time, but also kingdoms that have been destroyed too through natural progression, but also through time, past wars, in which the same attitudes and the same reason for them old wars is basically the same reason the attitude is happening at that time period. Which is no wars going on, but it's definitely a conflict that authority want to suppress the masses, not always by force, but more by ideology, and more by some type of warped naturalism. So this is really taking the form of a fantasy realm, and the mixture in that is it's not just pure, just magic and swords and shields and that type of thing. Sometimes you would find more in Elder Scrolls type genre, Dungeons and Dragons, but it's also a mixture of future technology, like the use of like ray laser type guns and automatic vehicles that's ran on the combination of science and magic. You kind of see past works. All thing I can really think of, and I kind of, you might laugh at me, but He-Man comes to an example. Okay, He-Man did a combination of magic and science, and so basically this book really dwells with that, with really great imagery and a host of characters with a vast range of different personalities and different backgrounds, and they fight against the authority, which is made up of 4 different kingdoms and 4 different distinct rulers, in which they had their own agendas. But they come together as well, just like these heroes, which is a total of 7 of them are coming together as well. And within that group of heroes, that had their own separate agendas. So it's a really good read, and I really hope that people would give it a chance. It's sold through iUniverse, It's also online at borders.com. I think, Borders still had it online bookstore up. BarnesandNobles.com and Amazon. It's a good read. Like I said, Vision Knights, Rebirth, A Lost Honor. Um, the language in it can be pretty surreal to the point that where is he trying to go with this? It's not always this mapped out. I don't want to say mapped out, but it's not always spoken plain. There's a lot of poet type languages in it, but that's probably my only criticism of the book. But the thing about it, it still blends in, nicely with getting a point across and really the flow of the story. So I really think people should give it a chance. And author himself, K.G. Bethlehem, has his own blog on WordPress. It's a pretty good blog. He's not just talking about his book. He's talking about a whole host of things, poetry and online comics and music, and it's a pretty good blog. So it's K.G. Bethlehem, and it's at WordPress. But the book again, Avenging Knights, Rebirth, A Lost Honor. So yeah, go right here. It's the back, right here. And it's like I said, it's on sale those websites I mentioned before: Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Borders, and iUniverse. But it's a really good read, and I think people who really want to get a chance to up and coming authors, especially first time authors, we should give this book a shot. And the price tag at iUniverse is a little bit high, but you can find reasonable price tags at Barnes and Nobles and Amazon, definitely at those two, and Barnes and Nobles as well. So thank you for taking the time to listen. And this is my first mini reviews. I have some other books that I'm mostly going to be looking at. First-time authors, especially authors coming from the self-publishing realm. And, just give them a voice out here. 'Cause it can be hard to try to market your book. Because you're doing it not with the power base of a well-established traditional publisher. But I really think that the talent and artwork from a lot of these authors and artists should be recognized. Not because they don't come from a traditional standpoint, just because of the product itself. So, and also throughout the book, I did want to make this, you see the cover, and it's a combination, I think it's one of the principal characters. Her name is Mila the Sorceress. It looks like a kingdom she's looking over, what have you. This was drawn by, and here's another picture. So I should have mentioned this earlier, of course. But there's pictures throughout the book. It was drawn by a guy named Kevin Ray. He's from St. Louis, Missouri. And he drew the pictures. So, hopefully Kevin Ray, his pictures are really good. And hopefully we can hear more from him as well. I don't know if he's doing paintings or what have you. I tried to look him up online. I saw him on Facebook. And I can't think of the page right now. If y'all want to know more, my goodness, I'll put it like this. I can't think of the page. I can try to put it on later, especially if you're really curious. I think I'll just do that anyways, even if you're not curious. But he had a lot of paintings and drawings on his page and murals that are really good. And he's a young man from St. Louis, Missouri, Midwest. So, but thank you. Thanks for taking the time to hear me out. And happy reading. Give the first author a chance. Thank you very much. You have a good day.